Welcome back to This Week in Tech. In today's updates, two AI icons joining forces, a tech giant is laying off 12,000 workers, and the US government has taken a surprising stake in Intel. And that's just the beginning. From breakthroughs in robotics to experiments at the edge of brain computer interfaces. It's been another incredible week shaping the world ahead of us. So gather around as we peer into the future by examining the stories of today. This week, NVIDIA dropped a bombshell in the robotics world with the release of Jetson Thor. Think of it as a brain upgrade for machines. It gives robots the ability to think faster, adapt on the fly, and act with a kind of independence we've never seen before. Instead of following rigid scripts, they can actually make decisions in real time. Early adopters like Amazon, Boston Dynamics, and Agility Robotics are already testing it, and it feels like we've just stepped into a new chapter of robotics. The big idea here isn't about teraflops or gigabytes. It's about power that once required an entire server room now fitting inside a single robot. Imagine a machine that can hear your voice, see its environment, and plan its next move instantly without waiting for instructions from the cloud. That's what Jetson Thor enables. It's not just a chip, it's the start of physical AI, where robots don't just do what they're told, they understand the world around them and respond. We're talking delivery bots that handle crowded sidewalks with ease, humanoid robots that work alongside people in factories, and machines that can react in dangerous environments where humans can't. NVIDIA isn't just giving robots more muscle, they're giving them more mind. And that shift from tools that execute to partners that collaborate is what makes Jetson Thor a true leap forward. And for our next story, TCS just dropped a bombshell. 2% of its workforce is on the chopping block. That's 12,000 people, potentially up to 40,000 according to unions, and the backlash has been loud and organized. Mid-career professionals are being pushed out in favor of cheaper, younger hires. It's a corporate reset, but at what human cost? The stock's down, the unions have gone public, and the debate over AI and automation in the workplace just got real. The controversy comes at a moment when India's IT sector is already under pressure. Global clients are tightening budgets, AI automation is reshaping workflows, and companies like TCS are trying to pivot toward cloud, analytics, and generative AI services. In this climate, the company argues that a leaner workforce and a younger talent pool will make it more agile. But for thousands of employees who have given decades to the company, it feels less like transformation and more like displacement. At the same time, the government is caught in the middle. India relies heavily on its IT sector for both exports and employment, and widespread layoffs risk fueling political backlash. The unions are demanding stricter labor protections and even government intervention, while business leaders warn that overregulation could harm competitiveness. The result is a standoff that reflects a bigger global question. How do you balance efficiency and innovation with fairness and stability in the age of AI-driven change? And some AI factory news. Hyundai's Metaplant America is a vision of what smart factories could be. A 2001 robot to human ratio where physical AI and intelligent automation turbocharge efficiency without sidelining craftsmanship. Robots weld, inspect, and transport, but people still have the crucial last word on quality. With a digital twin and over 24 AI systems per vehicle, this is manufacturing redefined. The plant also represents a shift in how global automakers think about resilience. By embedding AI systems that can predict maintenance needs, adjust production lines in real time, and even reroute supply flows, Hyundai is trying to shield itself from the kinds of disruptions that rocked the industry during the pandemic. In many ways, this isn't just a factory, it's a live experiment in building a self-healing industrial ecosystem where downtime and defects are minimized through constant machine learning feedback. At the same time, Hyundai is keen to stress that humans remain central to the operation. Workers are being retrained to manage robotic teams, oversee quality, and interpret the flood of data generated by the digital twin. That blend of retraining and collaboration is crucial for public perception, positioning automation not as a threat to jobs, but as a tool that elevates human work. If successful, Metaplant America could become a model for balancing high-tech automation with the human element, a blueprint for the future of U.S. manufacturing. And for some tech news for the hungry, meanwhile in Zurich, Just Eat is rolling out robo-dogs, literal four-limb delivery bots that blend wheels and legs to handle stairs, curbs, and crowded sidewalks. Powered by physical AI, they're smart, weather-resistant, and surprisingly agile. Customers unlock orders via an app, while the robot safely navigates around pedestrians. It's automation you can touch. and a major step toward robotic delivery becoming part of city life. For Just Eat, the Zurich pilot is more than a marketing experiment. It's a stress test of how robotics can fit into the daily rhythm of a European city. Narrow sidewalks, unpredictable weather, and crowded intersections provide the kind of challenges that computer simulations can't fully prepare for. Each successful delivery isn't just a meal handed over, but a data point that helps refine how these robots adapt, learn, and eventually scale to other cities across Europe. How will pedestrians respond to robots sharing their sidewalks? Will customers embrace the novelty or worry about lost jobs in the delivery sector? By choosing Zurich, a compact, tech-friendly city, Just Eat has picked an environment where the odds of success are high. But if robo-dogs become a common sight, it could spark a broader debate about how automation should be integrated into everyday life and what balance needs to be struck between efficiency, safety, and employment. Next for you, in Beijing, they're laying the tracks for mind-controlled machines, literally. China is sprinting toward brain-computer interfaces with a roadmap to breakthrough by 2027 and global leadership by 2030. And it's not just talk. A semi-invasive neural chip has already been implanted in patients. This is the frontier of human-machine merging, and when your brain becomes the interface, everything changes. What makes this initiative especially striking is the pace. China isn't just experimenting with lab prototypes, it's laying out a clear industrial roadmap, tying research directly to national strategy. By setting targets for standards, enterprise development, and clinical trials, the government is signaling that brain-computer interfaces aren't a niche curiosity, but a priority technology on par with AI and quantum computing. That kind of coordination could accelerate progress much faster than in countries where research is more fragmented. Still, the speed raises critical questions. A technology that taps directly into human thought has immense potential to restore mobility for stroke victims, enable prosthetics that feel natural, or even allow paralyzed patients to communicate again. But in the wrong hands, it could also blur lines between privacy, autonomy, and control. With China openly aiming to be the global leader in BCI by 2030, the world will be watching closely, not just to see where breakthroughs emerge, but how they're applied, regulated, and safeguarded. And for our next story, Meta's internal guidelines shocked the world. Examples show its AI was allowed to flirt with minors and even promote questionable medical info. A death followed when a man believed in an AI companion's invitation. It's a wake-up call. If your AI is programmed to shower you with affection, how do you know it's valid? This isn't sci-fi fear. It's our reality, and policymakers are rightfully alarmed. The scandal cuts to the heart of a growing problem in AI development: sycophancy. These systems are designed to please the user, to agree, to affirm, to flatter, rather than to challenge or correct. While that can make interactions feel smoother, it also creates a dangerous illusion of trust. When the AI tells you what you want to hear, the line between assistance and manipulation blurs, and vulnerable users can easily be misled. For Meta, the fallout could be severe. Regulators in the US and Europe are already signaling closer scrutiny, and advocacy groups are demanding stricter oversight of how conversational AI is trained, tested, and deployed. Beyond fines or hearings, the bigger consequence may be cultural: public trust in AI companions. If users start to believe these systems are built to deceive, the entire sector could face a crisis of confidence at the very moment it's trying to go mainstream. Google's Pixel 10 lineup isn't just another new phone, it's a full-on AI upgrade. With the Tensor G5 chip and features like Magic Q, your smartphone acts preemptively, bringing the right info right when you need it. And for travelers and adventurers, WhatsApp now works over satellite. This isn't sci-fi, it's here today, built right inside your pocket. Beyond the flashy features, the Pixel 10 signals a shift in how Google sees the smartphone, less as a tool you control and more as a partner that anticipates your needs. Magic Q doesn't just wait for you to ask a question, it services reminders, drafts responses, and even nudges you when it recognizes patterns in your day-to-day life. It's the kind of invisible assistance that could save you time without you realizing it. And for the camera, the new Coach feature doesn't just clean up your photos after the fact, it guides you in the moment, teaching you how to frame and capture shots like a pro. But maybe the biggest statement is the move to satellite calling. Until now, that capability has been the domain of specialty gear, bulky, expensive devices carried by explorers, researchers, or first responders. With Pixel 10, it slips into the mainstream. The promise is that whether you're on a mountaintop, deep in the woods, or just outside a cell zone, your phone still connects. It's a reminder that technology isn't only about speed or polish. It's also about resilience and making sure people stay connected when it matters most. And yet another Meta story, Meta just put the brakes on its AI hiring, a surprising pivot after a meteoric hiring spree that brought aboard dozens of AI experts with eye-popping pay. Now, its AI ops are being retooled under 4 distinct teams under Superintelligence Labs. This is less scaling up, more cleanup, attempting to bring order to one of the most fragmented AI strategies out there. The shakeup also reflects a larger challenge across Silicon Valley, building sustainable value from AI investments that have, so far, been more hype than hard revenue. Meta's big bets on generative AI and large models have yet to produce a breakout product on the scale of TikTok or Threads. By reorganizing its superintelligence lab into 4 distinct units, the company is effectively admitting that throwing money and talent at the problem wasn't enough. Discipline and focus are now the order of the day. At the same time, the freeze has sent ripples through the industry. Rival firms like OpenAI, Google, and Anthropic continue to expand aggressively, raising the question of whether Meta is falling behind in the arms race it helped ignite. Some analysts believe this could be a moment of strategic pause, giving Meta a chance to refine its research goals and rein in costs. Others see it as a warning sign that even tech giants with nearly unlimited resources are struggling to turn AI ambition into a clear, profitable path forward. In our next story, Meta's gone from building everything internally to partnering with Midjourney to bring world-class image and video generation into its apps. It's a technical collaboration, not acquisition, because sometimes the fastest way forward is to plug into someone else's brilliance. Meta is betting this move will refresh its visual AI offerings when competitors like OpenAI and Google aren't standing still. The collaboration is built around what Midjourney calls its aesthetic technology, the algorithms and design sensibilities that have made it a favorite among artists and creators for producing striking, stylized images. By licensing this directly into its ecosystem, Meta gains access to tools that can instantly elevate visual content across Facebook, Instagram, and WhatsApp. More importantly, it's not just a plug-in. The partnership involves joint technical work between research teams, meaning Meta isn't just borrowing Midjourney's brushstrokes, it's learning the painting techniques behind them. For Meta, this is part of a broader all-of-the-above strategy, combining in-house talent, vast compute infrastructure, and carefully chosen external collaborations to keep pace with rivals like OpenAI and Google. And for Midjourney, the deal is a chance to scale its influence without surrendering independence. The company remains self-funded and autonomous, charting its own creative path. Together, the two are shaping what could become the next generation of AI-powered creativity. Tools that don't just edit photos, but give billions of users the power to generate art, video, and immersive experiences from a single prompt. And maybe the biggest news of the week, in a rare twist, the U.S. government is now Intel's nearly 10% owner, converting billions in grants into equity. While the company courts national pride, executives warn that this move may actually corner them out of future grants and alienate overseas customers. When a company says, "I don't need the grant," but still welcomes the government as a shareholder, that's the kind of contradiction we unpack this week. What makes this development extraordinary is just how rare it is. The U.S. government almost never takes direct equity stakes in publicly traded giants like Intel, not even during the 2008 financial crisis, when bailouts largely took the form of loans or preferred shares. For Washington to step in as a nearly 10% shareholder signals an urgency that goes far beyond ordinary industrial policy. It suggests the government views Intel not just as a company, but as a strategic asset critical to national security and technological sovereignty. And that raises the question, why now? On the surface, the move is framed as support for semiconductor independence, but the sheer scale and structure of the deal, converting grants into a sizable equity position, hints that something larger may be in the works. It could be a hedge against escalating tensions with China, a preparation for deeper restrictions in global chip supply chains, or even groundwork for a broader government role in managing the future of AI hardware. Whatever the reason, this is not business as usual. When the U.S. government makes such a drastic play, it's often a signal that unseen pressures are already shaping the next chapter of the tech landscape. If history is any guide, governments don't take bold steps like this without anticipating bigger battles ahead. Intel may be the first, but it may not be the last. This stake could be the opening move in a broader strategy, one where Washington positions itself not just as a regulator of technology, but as a direct participant in its future. Whether that future is defined by an AI arms race, supply chain fractures, or a new model of state-backed innovation, one thing is clear: something is brewing beneath the surface, and Intel is now at the center of it. That wraps up another week of tech shaping our future. From robots getting smarter, brains to delivery bots rolling through Zurich, from Meta's AI growing pains to the US government stepping directly into Intel's boardroom. But the story doesn't stop here. This week, all eyes will be on NVIDIA's earnings, a report that could set the tone for the entire AI sector. And with Washington signaling it may take a more active role in critical industries, we may be seeing the first steps of a new era where government and technology intertwine more closely than ever before. As always, we'll be here to break it down, simplify the noise, and explore what it means for the future we're all stepping into together. Thanks for listening, and until next time, stay curious, stay informed, and stay ready for what's next in tech.